Hello everyone, let's make some oven roasted peanuts. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to be making roasted peanuts, aka Pistache Grillé. And this is the kind of peanuts that I'm using. I bought this from one of the international Asian stores. And this one is great because it's already been pre-shelled. You don't have to do all that work of shelling your peanuts. And it's pretty much clean. All you have to do is wash it. So what I went ahead and did, I rinsed it a couple of times, go through it, take out any bad seeds that are in there, and I went ahead and I washed it. Rinse it out like 2 or 3 times, just until you get it all cleaned. And then once it's all clean, then we're gonna get ready to so first we're gonna parboil it, and then we're gonna roast it. I'm gonna roast it in the oven because ain't nobody got time to be making it over the stove, because I don't know how to do that. I just know how to do it in the oven. So we're gonna parboil it first and then roast it in the oven. So to parboil it, I've got it in a pan here, and so you're gonna add water, just enough to cover it a little bit, and because the water is gonna evaporate very quickly. Before you know it, the water is gonna evaporate, and then you'll be able to tell once it's starting to cook, because it's just like onion. It will turn kind of like a opaque translucent color. That's how you'll know it's ready. Along with the water, you're gonna be adding salt, and don't be afraid to add salt, because you want the nuts to have enough salt. So it may seem like you're adding too much salt, but then you're not, because the peanuts actually require a good amount of salt, so that once it's been roasted, then you can actually taste the salt. But if you don't like a lot of salt, you can definitely not add so much salt to it. So just go ahead and add your salt, add your water, and let it cook until you start noticing that opaque, that color change, and then you'll be ready to roast it. So I'm gonna let it cook, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm talking about. So this is what it looks like after about 5 to 7 minutes of cooking, and you can notice the color is changing already, but it's not quite done yet. We're just gonna let it cook some more until it's that translucent color. So we'll be back. So after another 15 to 20 minutes, you can see the color is changing further. That's how you know it's cooking, and you're getting close. You can see. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's gonna change. It's gonna be more translucent. So once it's all cooked, then we're going to bake it. So I found that depending on your oven, you have to cook it between 300 and 325 degrees to kind of get it right. So just depending on how powerful your oven is, you may need to do it at 300, or you may need to do it at 325. So between that range is where we're gonna bake it at. So I'm gonna place it in a baking sheet, and then I'm gonna bake it once we're done. So we'll be back. Alright, and here we have it in a baking sheet. I have my baking sheet lined with aluminum foil for easy cleanup. So this is what it looks like before putting it in the oven. And like I said, we're gonna bake it at, so I'll start at 325, and then I'll start at 300, and then if I need to change it, then I will. So we're gonna bake it for an hour, and then after an hour we'll come back and check it and see if we need to bake it a little bit longer. So all right, so here's the finished product, and I pretty much baked it at 300 degrees for about an hour and 15 minutes. And this is the finished product. Hope you've enjoyed it.